Hey there, elephant lovers. Let's move on to another heartwarming story. This is a mission to save a young elephant that was badly injured after being hit by a train. This elephant was the victim of a train accident. The elephant was hit by a train while it was walking along an elephant corridor with its herd. These are the tragic consequences of human carelessness and selfishness. People have built railways across elephant corridors, and when elephants walk along these paths at night, they sometimes end up in tragic accidents. Of course, these accidents are never done on purpose. No one constructs these railways to harm these gentle creatures, but the unintended actions can result in painful outcomes like this. Upon investigation, it was found that the elephant herd had been crossing the railway, and this poor elephant was the last to cross. A fast train struck it in the back legs. The rest of the herd entered the forest safely, while the poor elephant fell to the ground, finding it unable to walk. The villagers who noticed the elephant in pain quickly informed the Wildlife Conservation Office about the poor animal. They explained that the elephant was lying on the ground, unable to move, and was in very poor health. A dedicated team of veterinary officials, including the experienced veterinary doctor and wildlife conservation officials, rushed to the location with the necessary equipment and medicine as soon as they got to know about the poor animal. Upon visual examination, the doctor predicted that even though the elephant didn't have huge visible wounds around the body, the elephant might have severe internal injuries and internal bleeding. As you can see, the poor elephant is in terrible pain. It struggles and attempts to comfort itself from the pain. In the meantime, the villagers and officials are doing their best to save the elephant. Upon arrival, the officials noticed that the kind villagers had tried to feed the elephant fresh fruits and vegetables and talk to it with kind and gentle words. Even though these elephants have been a nuisance for these villagers, damaging crops, damaging their construction, and even harming people and livestock, people have always been kind to these poor animals. In fact, the villagers have always considered these elephants as precious belongings of nature. They try their best to save the animal from death.
Medin.
Now, let's start to treat the poor elephant. The doctor, with the help of other officials, carefully turned the elephant onto its other side to examine whether there were any injuries on that part of its body. This attempt is not to harm the poor animal, but to treat the poor animal in the best possible way. However, they didn't find any injury. After the close monitoring, they decided to administer saline to give the poor creature some strength and energy. A cannula was inserted into the elephant's ear vein, and saline was supplied via the cannula. At the same time, a team of officials started to administer the necessary dosage of antibiotics, multivitamins, painkillers, and anti-inflammatory drugs with saline. The dosages of this medicine are decided by the veterinary doctor based on the body weight and the health condition of the animal. Responsible authorities should act quickly to prevent such accidents, as building railways and roads across wildlife corridors can bring unexpected disasters in the future. Governments and other officials must take the necessary steps to either set up new paths for trains or protect elephants at these crossings using the latest technology. Do you know what elephant corridors are? An elephant corridor is a path, frequently a natural or ancient migration route that connects two or more viable elephant habitats, allowing elephants to safely travel between forests and protected areas. These corridors are critical for maintaining the life of these animals and minimizing human-elephant conflict because they allow elephants to obtain food, water, and other herds without crossing into human-dominated areas. Even though these are known to be the path of the animals for many years, this railway is built across the corridor, which has resulted in many injuries like this. This elephant was treated for 2 days straight, and after the treatment, it moved away from the location. However, after about a week of challenging life, the elephant was found dead a few miles away from the railway. The post-mortem confirmed that the elephant had passed away due to internal injuries and internal bleeding. Anyone who was involved in this mission didn't expect the elephant to pass away so quickly. The wildlife conservation officials, the veterinary doctor, the veterinary officials, and the villagers were sad about the outcome. They tried their best to save the elephant. That has brought us to the end of this mission. We would like to thank all of our viewers, the villagers who notified us about this poor animal, the veterinary doctor, the veterinary officials, the wildlife conservation officials, and all the others who were involved in this life-saving rescue mission. Let's meet again with another video on how we saved a valuable life.